Hi, my name's EB, founder of Smart with Money Planning. And on today's episode of City Girls and City Boys Gone Wild, we have one city girl and one city boy, a finessing couple, right? A scam fraud duo. Now, these people are named Jeff and Pauline Karpoff. Okay, so the city Karpoffs, they started a company called DC Solar, and can you imagine they finessed Warren Buffett, one of the most prolific, legendary, greatest investors of all time. How did city boy Jeff and city girl Paulette finesse Warren Buffett? Well, now, in fairness to Warren Buffett, he was far from the only person finessed through them. A lot of people were finessed by them. In a nutshell, they had a Ponzi scheme, meaning they created a very fancy sounding, genius sounding investment and convinced people to give them money, and then they would tell those same people that they'd get a pretty good return, and really they just paid that return from the newer investors' money who they told the same thing to. So they just expected to be finessing for the rest of their life and telling everybody, hey, you're going to get a good return, give me some money. In this case, the price investments usually range from 45 to 150,000. So they weren't finessing people like me and you. They were finessing, mostly rich people, and they would say, okay, you give me this, call it 100,000, you'll get up front a tax credit of 45,000. Because remember, this is a solar company, and there are tax credits. There are additional deductions and depreciation that you can also claim against this equipment. And on top of that, you're invested in this company, and we have 12,000 solar machines. And we lease them to these big facilities and say, hey, cut your power bill using this solar machine. And they pay us to lease the solar machine. And because you're an investor, part owner of the company, you get some revenue off of that too. So, what does all that sound like? That sounds too good to be true, if you ask me. So, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is too good to be true. We're talking about tax credits, tax deductions, revenue from the leasing, and really the whole time, these finessers, City Girl Jeff and City Boy Jeff and City Girls Paulette, they actually did a lot more than most finesses. They had a legitimate operating business. They just lied about how successful it was, and they said that they basically had more than double the amount of actual generators that they had. And they went as far as telling some of their employees to hide GPS devices in different locations. And when they show the auditors that, hey, look at all these GPS devices returning signal, that means that those are solar machines. They're part of those machines we lease. Really, they just found a way to lie. So, how did all this come crashing down? I believe it was probably a whistleblower within the company, but these people were living it up. This show is called City Boys and City Girls Gone Wild, Going Crazy. The city boy and city girl Karpoff couple bought more than 25 properties, some gorgeous properties in Las Vegas. Mansion, two condos in Lake Tahoe, a vacation home in Scottsdale, Arizona, all over $40 million in total. These city finesse scammer fraudsters had over 90 vehicles. They were finessing, living it up. The man owned a race team as well. They had shares in a jet company called NetJets. They also had a box in the new Raiders stadium that they paid over $780,000 for. Over 500 bands, 500,000, $500,000 in diamond jewelry and Cartier watches. City boy Jeff and city girl Paulette, the Karpoff city couple, were living it up like none other. They knew it was going down, so they had a 1967 Ford Mustang GT 500 Super Snake, 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, 105,000 price tag, and they probably got some special options and things as well. They also had a Cadillac CT S5 that's nearly 100,000, and they even owned part of a baseball team, and the feds weren't even able to find out how much that even cost them. And on top of that, they had about 100,000 in cash in their house on some black youngster Floyd Mayweather 50 Cent type stuff. They also had almost $2 million in the office safe. And they were just hiding money all over the place. These people have maybe a chance in the city girl, city boy, going crazy finesse Hall of Fame. We got just a crazy lifestyle. Hundreds of millions we're talking about that they finessed. Up to 800 million. So they were 80% of the way to $1 billion finesse. They even got the Oracle of Omaha finessed. I hate to admit it. But these people are, in the GOAT conversation of finesses. Now, of course, why do I love this show? Because I'm a man of integrity. I only really report on people who are caught or found out and who are going to go down. So the moral of the story is, I guarantee you they're going to get decades in prison, and it's not going to be worth it. The restitution is going to just be a mind-blowing number. They won't be able to transfer any wealth to their family. They're probably going to both die broke. Do not do this. There's a better way. 2, come up in the world legitimately. Are you going to live this obnoxious, crazy level of lifestyle that's just this high? Most people probably won't. However, you'll sleep better at night than these people, the finessing city girl, city boy couple. We got Jeff and Paulette Karpoff. You had a nice run, but the average Joe is not going to be locked up in prison, and the average Joe's going to have freedom to go about and travel and, spend time with their loved one and family, and, it's not worth it. But crazy story while it lasted. All right. Thanks. If you have any financial questions, if you want to know how to guard yourself against these type of just scams, then let me know. It'll cost you less than 1% of your income, I guarantee it. All right. And it'll save you a lot more. All right. Bye.